Hey, how's it going? It's Case again. On my way doing some stuff out and about, and something crossed my mind that I just got to talk about. I haven't been a fan of the NBA for the last several years, really. Haven't liked the way they've really gone away from running really good set plays. Now it's just shoot up threes from everywhere on the court, and 7-footers are shooting threes, and they're not even going into the paint to get the high percentage 2-point shots when they turn their back to the basket and all that, and posting people up. They've gone away from all that, and pretty much everybody from wherever you're at on the court is going to shoot up a three, and so they do a little pick and roll, and that's about it. I was just kind of thinking about it, and I was kind of concerned that it just wasn't the same NBA that I grew up with, where you could get in the paint and, they'd be elbows and all kinds of good fighting and getting in position to get the ball, and all these things were taking place. Well, nowadays, there is none of that. It's just, like I say, there's really nothing, no organized, it doesn't look like organized plays. I know there are, but everything's just set up to shoot the three ball, or they do little pick and rolls, and they do small things where run a guy off a screen or a pick or something like that, and get him to either dish the ball out or take the open shot, whatever he's got. But there's nobody playing D in the green in the paint, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same. And so I just kind of hadn't watched it in a few years, and it just basically became a European league, because you can't hardly touch anybody and you get a foul. Back in the 80s, or at least, when I was growing up, when I played high school baseball, you could essentially knock somebody on their behind, and that person to get up, and you guys meet on the other end of the court, and y'all just keep on playing. Nowadays, somebody gets knocked down, even if it's inadvertent, it's a flagrant foul, like they tried to decapitate him or something. It's just basketball. But anyway, small rant aside, they don't play ball the way it was when I grew up, right? It's really a pity-pat league, in my opinion. And things just changed even more so, because I'd already, like I said, stopped watching it. But then when I heard that they were possibly going to draft Bronny James to the Lakers, I couldn't believe it. Now, granted, he was a decent high school ball player, not exceptional. It's nothing, and I'm not saying that his talent is not exceptional as far as being a above average talent. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is he's not elite. Why am I saying that? Because he didn't do anything really elite in high school. He was decent, I give you that, but he wasn't necessarily elite. And when he got to college, well, of course, he had that serious situation, which is great that he came back from. But he averaged 4 points a game in college. 4. Anybody else, anywhere else, you might not get off the bench if you average 4 points a game, right? But how is it that you can be considered and even possibly drafted for the NBA averaging 4 points a game? Well, I was like, that was just a bunch of talk. Ain't no way that's going to happen. I mean, come on. People understand basketball. It's all about winning. It's not about image. It's not even about popularity. It's winning. And so, sure enough, the Lakers drafted Bronny to play with his dad, LeBron. That's great, too. Sure, first time I believe in history that's happened. But, that's great. I get it. It's fantastic. But the problem is the kid didn't earn it. Give me one person in the history of the NBA that got into the NBA averaging 4 points a game in his college career. Give me one person. I'll wait. I ain't gonna wait that long. But anyway, it bothered me when I saw that he got drafted. So I was talking with someone and they were saying, well, you know, look at it from a business perspective. You know, he's going to put butts in the seats because people are going to pay to come see Bronny play with his dad. Yeah, that's going to be good for about a month and a half once they see that Bronny's not going to get off the bench. And two, when the Lakers keep losing, right? You know what puts people's butts in the seats? A winning season. A gimmick will last you a month and a half to 2 months. A winning season will go on for the whole year, even if they get booted out of the playoffs. Because people are still going to buy the hats and the shirts that said West Coast Conference Champion or whatever, even if they got bounced in the second round or whatever it may be. But they have something to hang on to and say, next year, we're really going to get them. But when you have an organization that would rather have a temporary hike in tickets versus a winner for the season, you already lost. You already lost. Here's the kicker. They gave that boy $7 million with 5.9 guaranteed for being the 55th pick in the draft. So I said, hey, that's pretty good money. Then I looked and I saw what last year's 55th pick got. A guy named Isaiah Wright. He got $559,000 for being the 55th pick. He said, oh, that's just what that team had to offer. No. Once again, it goes to show you how that organization is more concerned with the short-term income hike over being a winning organization. Another reason for me to stop watching basketball. So, I'm just going to tell you straight up and honest, it's going to be a while before I turn the NBA back on. You know, it's just not the same. They don't even really play basketball now. It's really just get the ball in, get it up court, hock up a three from anywhere on the field. Get the rebound. Everybody run up court as fast as you can. If you can't drive to the lane, shoot it out. Drive to the three. Not coming down the court looking for the inside man who's got some other guy posted up. None of that stuff's happening anymore. Now it's straight looking for somebody to shoot the three. So I'm cool. You know, you guys can enjoy that. Like I say, it's now made for European guys to come over here that were kind of softer. You know, they couldn't really play NBA basketball, you know, the way that we played it in the 70s and 80s and all that kind of 90s. You know, you can't touch them. And so now that not able to touch anybody, now that you're chucking up threes, you're playing European basketball. You couldn't touch anybody over there, and all they really did was they were excellent shooters. So, you know, they're taking away the guy who can really drive and dribble. So now, here we are. Casey's almost pretty much made up his mind he's not going to be watching any more NBA. And I think the NBA need to really look at what they're doing, because the NBA's ratings have dismally dropped consecutively year by year, if I'm not mistaken. And they rather go with gimmicks rather than just making good basketball. Magic and Bird saved basketball because they played good basketball. And they were exceptional in their abilities. And they had exceptional players around them that played team basketball. Right? And then here comes Jordan, who had no team with him at all. And he was giving it to him by himself. Basically playing 5 against 1. He finally gets help. Then they win championships. Right? So, but he was playing good basketball. Now they're not playing good basketball. They're doing spot-up threes, and they seem to be more concerned with gimmicks and image rather than winning seasons. So anyway, you guys enjoy the NBA. Let me know who wins. I'll be watching Colorado football, and maybe I'll even look at some NFL and PGA, not that Saudi Arabian golf, and, you know, watching my kids grow. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Take care.